Scary Jerry.
Scary Jerry, dude.
Jerry.
Welcome back, Slime Nelson.
What up, Biscuit Williams?
Hell yeah.
We will be performing under those names.
Yeah, that's our new pseudonyms. Is that correct? A pseudonym?
Yeah, and I'm a lot more confident under the pseudonym Slime Nelson, you know what I mean?
Yeah, Wampus Cat's like an extension of me.
Yeah.
And then Biscuit Williams that's a whole different.
That's
a whole different
guy.
person.
That's a different persona.
I don't know him personally.
That's your fursona.
But
dress up like a big old biscuit
with a hair on it.
Well, a couple hairs.
That's gonna be a really cool T-shirt I'm working on. It's gonna have a biscuit and then hairs written on it. It's gonna say Biscuit Williams.
Mine's gonna say Slime Nelson
and slime,
like the Nickelodeon slime,
and then a picture of Chud Nelson.
Judd Nelson, dude.
Judd Nelson. What would I say, Chud Nelson?
Who the fuck is Chud Nelson? It's like an asshole version of Judd.
I'm pretty sure a friend of mine had a shirt he was selling that had Chud Nelson on it. I'm pretty sure he like.
Oh, was it Chud?
And
Judd Nelson?
Yeah, it was Judd Nelson, and he had like a fucking giant pussy like imposed on his face, maybe. I don't fucking know. Chud?
Yeah. From a punk band?
Yeah. The Misfits.
Is it? Was he a Misfits?
Dr. Chud. He was in the Michael Graves era. I trashed Michael Graves last night during that interview with Maul.
Yeah, he sucks.
I don't regret it.
Yeah, Michael Graves is
He really
ass.
let me down, man.
Punk rock.
He really let me
Going
down.
Proud Boy, dude.
Yeah, that's not punk at all. That's
the West
stupid.
is the best. Then what were you rebelling against, dude?
Yeah, dude.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's crazy to see people that got called beep in the hallways of high school.
Yeah.
Go on, like, hang out with those guys.
Yeah.
And be like, hey, can I call guys gay with you?
Yeah.
I was like, all right, man. Maybe you have to take that nail polish off. Quit singing about zombies and stuff.
Yeah, dude, he sucks, bro. I hate him.
Yeah, man. What are you gonna do?
So, we had a very interesting night last night.
Oh, yeah, this is a preface to.
Yeah.
Stick around. We interviewed Cincinnati band Mall last night. They're badass. Yeah. They were cool as shit. Yeah. The interview's awesome. It's going to follow this. This is going to be a little short ep. Yeah. Followed by the interview.
And then we'll close the interview out with a nice little treat, a little live performance, if you will. So stay tuned till the end of the show. But, we had a really, really nice conversation with Mall. They treated us so kindly, letting us in their home and just bullshitting with us, and it was fucking badass, dude. It was awesome, so fucking cool. I loved it. I loved every fucking minute of it. It was so good.
Yeah, man. Couldn't have been cooler people.
Yeah,
and the conversation just. When you are around other, fucking people you get along with.
Yeah, like-minded individuals having good conversations, always fun.
So I think you guys will like that episode.
And their band fucks so hard. They are so good.
If you like the shit that Joey and I like, which you probably don't.
Yeah, you probably fucking hate it.
you'll like this.
Yeah, you'll love it, dude.
Give them a shot. And local is as local as,
Yeah.
Local as local is, but.
Yeah, they're playing a show tonight, Santa Mania, that we're gonna go to, and then of course this drops on Monday as always. But they did plug some future shows in this episode, so make sure if you're in the Cincinnati area or close to, and you like hardcore, you like that kind of stuff, check them out. Follow them on the social medias, and we're looking forward to seeing them again and talking to them.
In the episodes, the episode's description, there will be their upcoming show dates. Yeah, man, it was an awesome time.
Yeah, it was cool. They were very, 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 very welcoming and very cool to us. So, and first of many, we plan on having more bands on the show. Anyways, when we first started doing this, like that was the main premise. We were going to bring on punk bands, hardcore bands, music we like in general. So to finally break the ice and have somebody on the show was very cool. So way more to come. So. Be on the lookout for that. We told you guys we were cooking big shit, and none of you believed us.
Yeah, we're always cooking big shit.
We're cooking big shits, dude. Just fucking them.
And some of the local comedians are going to be coming on, too.
Yep.
We've got that finally set up. It's, man. I think you guys are going to enjoy it. We're enjoying it.
Yeah.
I'm having a hell of a time.
After we did the interview last night, we shot down to the Chameleon. We were booked on their open mic. Did a little stand-up, both of us, and that was cool. Got to hang out with some people we've met there, some regulars, some people we're going to have on future shows.
And shout out Jeff.
Yeah, shout out to Jeff, our fucking boy Jeff. I was so glad to see him last night. He met me in the little hallway there, and I embraced him with the biggest, warmest hug.
Hell yeah.
And he was probably like, man, Joe's really fucked up. But I love that he comes out and supports the cause and hangs out with us, man. Jeff, you're a real one, and we love you. So
yeah, it was a good time. Well, I came in, and he was just sitting over there. Already fucking had a good little fucking bench picked out for us.
Yeah,
dude.
yeah, had us a nice little section on the couch there. And
yeah, man.
Yeah, it was cool, dude.
It's a good spot.
I love Cincinnati.
Food was good too, man.
Them fries were killer.
Bro,
you dip them in a little ranch.
Any night of the week, if you're in North Side Cincinnati, check out Chameleon Bar and Pizza. They got all kinds of food there, and they do open mics on Thursday. Check them out. Yeah. It was a nice time, man. Stick around. The interview's coming up next. Got anything else you want to talk about?
There was certain subjects that I was going to cover that have completely left the realm of my mind. So no,
I don't know if we got to it during the interview, but they caught our boy, or did they? You know what I mean?
Oh, Luigi, yes. I did a nice bit last night during my set about Luigi.
Yeah.
And I hope one day I get to tell him about it.
The real him.
The real him.
I don't
the
know
real
if that's
Luigi.
him that they got, man. My brain is so just addled by the internet.
I think they got Waluigi. I don't think they got the real Luigi. Yeah.
The eyebrows don't match up.
No, Bowser said,
I've seen all those pictures. I've seen when they do it with like this celebrity's really this celebrity, or like that's not really Epstein's body, that's Anthony Bourdain. Or you know what I'm talking about?
That's so good.
You know what I'm talking about? Have you seen that?
Yeah, dude. Tony would love that. Rest in peace, dude.
He would have absolutely ate that shit.
He would have thought that was
funny. I saw the ones of him, and I'm like, that really might not be him.
You're like a less intelligent Anthony Bourdain, you know that?
Thanks, and I can't cook.
Backhanded compliment, well, dude. No, like just your cadence. Sometimes you remind me of Tony.
Yeah, I'm messing. I thought you meant
Who'd you think I meant, dude?
Another big rip to a big T. Not Tony Soprano.
Oh no!
Yeah,
you don't
leave it at the door.
Leave it at the door.
Whoa!
Oh!
Yeah, I have been rewatching The Sopranos again on Instagram.
I just watch his old shows on Reels. I love it.
Dude, just 30-second clips. That's all I need. Yeah. Matter of fact, dude, it's time to really come clean. I never watched Breaking Bad.
Oh, Breaking Bad's good. You'll
never watched it until earlier this year, and
it's a fun show.
I watched it all on Facebook Reels.
I hate when
the whole show. I went to a page that had uploaded it in 2-minute Reels. The whole series, and I watched that over the course of a couple months.
I hate watching The Sopranos because it gets me saying cocksucker all the time.
It's fucking cocksucker.
And sometimes I forget that it's kind of a derogatory.
Anna asked me that yesterday when I was screaming in traffic. She's like, why do you always say cocksucker?
It's just something about the way they say it I like. But I just think that I think it's an insult to fucking everybody. I don't think it's I'm not saying it's not a slur in a way, but I think
everybody knows it's not just the fact that you suck in cock that is what makes it a slur. Yeah. It's that you're doing it to get over on people. Yeah. Like you're like, oh, dude, like, fuck hard work. I'm gonna suck cock to get up in society.
Yeah.
By cutting people off in traffic.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? If you cut somebody off instead of waiting your turn, that's the equivalent of sucking a dick to get a job. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. What am I talking about?
I don't know, dude. He's going on a tangent about sucking dick, dude.
I'm just saying, it's,
I'm glad that this is only half an episode because we're crashing out already, dude.
Not everybody that sucks cock is a cocksucker, but everybody that's a cocksucker sucks cock.
There you have it. We've broke down cocksucker.
That's all there is to it.
Dude.
There are known knowns, but there's also known unknowns. Things
there's the known and the unknown, and between them are the doors.
Oh yeah, dude.
LA woman, LA woman.
My favorite part of that song is like, Break on through to the other side.
Yeah,
It's all slow.
dude.
Yeah, I love it.
My Jim Morrison and my Glenn Danzig are the same.
Yeah,
They're the same, dude.
Jim Morrison, I've said it. It's a joke I would use on stage if more people were familiar with Danzig and the Doors.
Yeah.
I mean, the Doors, is probably way more known
Yeah.
than Danzig. Not that he's like not super famous, but
Right.
is that Jim Morrison Danzig if he smoked weed?
Yeah.
Calm down a little
Yeah.
bit. You know?
I had texted him I was going to work. I had to leave like super early and drive like an hour, and I was on the highway and I was listening to Sisters of Mercy, and I said that the Sisters of Mercy is just Billy Idol if he would have joined Typo Negative instead of Peter Steele.
Yeah. And that's spot on.
And I would use that on stage too if more people fucked with the Sisters of Mercy.
Yeah.
So,
That's an even deeper cut.
Yeah, that's an even deeper cut.
They are making a comeback though. It's like all these bands that like we barely found out about through like MySpace and shit back in the day and just kind of like held on to. I think like Spotify is like recommending so much more shit in their catalog now through the algorithms that like shit like that is kind of popular again. I've seen like reels about Sisters of Mercy.
I like that
Bauhaus and
that's caught back on, man. The Cramps were another one. The Cramps really caught on because they were in Halloween Ends and they were on Wednesday. Yeah, they featured on both of those. So that was cool to see a band that I liked in my youth growing up get popular now in 2024. You know,
it's crazy. I was listening to a like political breakdown series podcast, and one of the transition songs they used, this was just like yesterday or the day before, was Atmosphere by Joy Division.
That's a banger.
Deep cut too.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't go with their more atmospheric, like closer shit.
Yeah.
A lot of people go Unknown Pleasure.
Yeah.
I bounce back and forth. I like them both.
I do too. I think both of those are. Unknown Pleasures was the first record, like actual like album, like buying like a record that I bought when I first got into collecting records. That was the first ever one I bought, dude. And then I put a giant scratch in it. It still plays. I mean, it's fine. But
I had one for years and never owned a record player. It was just the Nitro AFI.
Yeah, it had the Headless Horseman on it. And he's holding the jack-o'-lantern from All Hallows. Yeah.
Actual album had the Nephilim on it. It was black with just the red Nephilim.
I think if I could go back, I would have got that whole thing tattooed on me. The Headless Horseman holding the jack-o'-lantern.
I think I'm gonna get the Nephilim at some point. That was originally gonna be the AFI tattoo, and then I decided on that. Yeah. But I think I might still get it.
As you should. We can have multiple AFI tattoos. They are. And I like to what we were saying on the last episode about our recaps. Like I still love that they were in my top 5 this year.
Yeah,
like AFI forever, dude.
I'm not always listening to them, but I'm always. There's a period like every year. I think we all know what time.
Yeah, dude.
That I put
September
it on.
31st at 11:59.
Yeah, like September 1st.
Yeah,
honestly.
September 1st. Yeah.
That's
Halloween. Halloween starts September 1st and ends November 30th. Yeah, dude, that's Halloween.
This is AFI on Spotify. Yeah. That was my one this year. It's a nice little, goes through all their shit.
Well, it's a nice pick-me-up.
Yeah.
It really brings me back to life, dude.
It reminds me who I am and why I'm here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It takes me back to when I was 14 and I was like, I'm going to spend my entire life making people mad that they let me live.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And we've been doing it for over 30 years now.
I am a walking testament to why conservatives should support abortion.
Yeah.
Because people like me might not be here. Making you pissed all the time.
Pissed all the time and pissed on all the time. Well, anything else you got, buddy?
Worms.
Ass worms, dude. Brain worms. Y'all are going to fucking love this shit.
Dude.
Stick around.
Maw, dude. Check. They got shit on Spotify, Bandcamp. They're on Instagram, Maw66623 or something.
24.
Just search.
Yeah, it'll be the link to all their socials will be in this. We follow them. Buy their fucking merch. Support them. They're great fucking people. Great humans.
And if you're in the local area, come out to one of their shows.
Yep.
And, if you follow our Instagrams and shit, even the shit in the future that's not in the link to this Instagram, we're always sharing bands we like that are around here.
Yeah,
Shit
we're
we
really
shoot, so
really proud of this one, so stick
follow
around,
us.
enjoy it, follow us.
them.
We love you all, be safe.
Love
Bye.
you. This place sucks.
This place sucks. This place sucks.
I'm climbing out of that rhino's ass.
You guys are the first real guests we've had that are not childhood friends or people we just fuck around with. So
nice.
It's a pretty it's a pretty big deal.
Cool.
We're like, we got to get a band because we keep it. The show's basically a comedy show. I'm talking into it. What do you mean? The show's very comedy related, but we're big on punk music, so we were like, we should probably get some fucking punk bands and really start to venture out. So
well, let me know when you find one.
And we're close. We're close enough. So
yeah, you guys are punk. Yeah, you guys are punk. Yeah, general, hardcore, whatever.
We're neurotic hardcore.
Yeah, you guys are there. Yeah, so you fit the criteria. We're like, fuck it, let's venture out and have them on the show.
Interviewing bands don't suck right now.
Because everybody sucks except for us.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's
and ironically,
very true.
the show's This Place Sucks, so it makes sense that we would have somebody that didn't suck. So
fitting.
I have a question before.
So welcome Cincinnati band Mall to This Place Sucks.
hi.
Introductions.
This place
I'm
sucks.
Phil. I play guitar.
I'm Scabby. I do vocals with Curse, not pictured.
We were gonna have a hot sock puppet. I'm Dan, and I play these things. I hit stuff.
Drum guy. Welcome. What was your question?
Deserve it.
Nope. Sorry, I interrupted.
When the podcast name? How did that come about?
Well, originally, he's got a tattoo that says "I hate it here." We were originally going to name it that, already taken, and we happened to, right as we were starting the show, we went and saw the Queers, and their biggest song is "This Place Sucks."
Yeah.
So we were like, that also works.
I get
Big
it.
Queers fans, so we took that, and that's the intro song.
Oh,
I
cool.
feel like they wouldn't care
No.
that we took it.
I
So
think those guys are pretty supportive of people doing art and not being boring.
yeah, you can download all their shit free off their website.
Yeah.
So
Oh, that's dope.
Pioneers.
Yeah, good people. Good people. Shout out Queers, man. Love those guys. So what inspired Mall? What brought all this together? Were you guys all just mutuals, wanted to play music together, or did you have something planned and went out and found each other? What was the dynamic to?
So me and my friend Curse, who again is not sitting next to me, so I'll just speak for them too. We'd been in a band before together, Rage Cult, with our friend Varian, and Curse was playing guitar, and then they developed a cyst, and then they couldn't do the guitar anymore, and I was playing bass, even though I definitely didn't know how to play bass. So I wanted to be in a band with Curse again because they're so extremely obscenely talented and good at writing music, and they're a sick hardcore singer. They're so freaking good. Yeah. And we had this idea for an F- Gouge Away inspired dual female vocal hardcore band, and it came together when they were already practicing in this basement together, right? You guys were already kind of messing around.
We had kind of messed around just previously before. I had just gotten out of a band I've been in for a couple years that was touring heavily, and I was like, hey, I ran into Dan at the ramen spot and was like,
Oh, that's right.
Right.
I remember
And
that.
he had-
Serendipitous.
he had
Yeah.
mentioned being starting the band before, but I was touring full time at that point.
Yeah, we had jammed a couple times before that.
Yeah.
But nothing really came of it.
But I was like, hey, you still interested in doing that band?
Yeah. Hey, so that band.
And in between that, I was like, okay, do I know anybody who plays the drums that isn't already in 5 other bands?
Ugh, yeah.
Right?
That's always a thing.
And then it was like, wait a second.
Hold up.
I do know a really good drummer that's not in a project right now and wanted to get back into drumming.
Yep.
And then I was like, I think I approached you, right? And then you were like, wait a second, this other thing just happened.
Yeah. Well, we were searching for a guitar player, and I think at the time that we were the genesis of the idea, because I met you at Junkers, you and Curse, and that's when we actually really talked about starting a project. And then it's like, well, I know a really awesome guitar player, but I don't know if he's available right now. But Phil would be awesome,
And that's how it came
I've always
together.
wanted to work with him.
Fuck yeah, Junkers bring people together.
Junkers.
One of my favorite
Always.
places in the whole fucking.
Yeah, I just
It's a
left
great
it. It's
bar.
not my favorite place anymore. I do spend a disproportionate amount
Hell
of my
yeah.
life there.
Many of good and bad nights at Junkers. Good shit. You got any questions? You want me to keep going? You want time in anytime? Just grab the mic, buddy. All right, cool. So now that you put the demo out, what's the future? You guys gonna go full album? You guys gonna try to start touring? You guys gonna what's the future hold for Maul?
I say right now we're just playing shows, writing some more songs with the intent of probably doing an album next year. ASAP. So yeah.
I think a full album. Yeah.
Beyond that,
like
playing
it.
shows and maybe getting out some. Who knows?
Phil did all of that marketing and editing and photos and edited and mastered the two what do we call it, Nah.
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 Knob.
They wouldn't let me say hell nah or hexy nah, but whatever. It's fine.
I wanted to call it Mossum, but
Mossum Sawsum.
Mossum.
The next
But then
one.
you have to remember, no, this is freaking serious.
Serious.
The videos are
We
great,
sing
by
about
the
little
way.
boy
Thank you.
boobies.
No, we don't.
It's our first song. It's called Little Boy Boobs.
No, it is not called that.
Look, it
That's
says it on the
his
board
list.
right there.
These are all the nixed band names, and no one can actually give me a legitimate reason why we're not called Googasm. That's fine. That is one of my favorites as well. Also, Piss Crystals.
Kiss Crystals, yeah.
Shout out to
pretty
Crystal.
Right.
Were these all options?
Silent Cock. is
Yes,
a good
those
one.
were all.
Because
We're
I
all
like-
coming up with names, and those are the remnants of.
I'm partial to Brat Mitzvah over
Brat
here.
Mitzvah's
Brat
a good
Mitzvah's
one.
nice. Exit Womb. Not
Exit
too
Womb.
bad. Not too bad.
I like Silent Cock because that means
Yeah,
that
why do you
the
like it?
existence of a noisy cock. Like the duality, like if there's a silent cock, that means there's cocks out there that make noise.
I
How could
guarantee.
a cock be possibly noisy?
I was kind of the party pooper because my one stipulation was I wanted to be able to say it without laughing.
I was gonna ask, being the type of
You
hardcore
wanna be
band, do you have to fight the
blood-stumped?
urge to do goofy shit?
We are doing goofy shit. Like I write songs about cat litter,
Hell yeah.
And
That's
boy
pretty
titties.
serious, though.
right? Like
When I tell you I dedicated 6 months of my life to finding the right cat litter for my cats, dude.
oh, dude, it's Dr. Isley's.
I tried Dr. Isley's. I ended up having to go with corn cob.
Oh, I
used the
tried
corn
that.
cob.
It lasts
cob?
really a long time if you clean it all the time.
Yeah, but it's hard to get in big amounts. You can only get like smaller
It's
bags of
expensive.
it.
That's why I have to clean it all the time.
I have 5 cats.
Oh, me too. They're
Oh,
all
for
black.
real? Hell yeah, dude. I
I'm not
haven't met
kidding.
anybody
Most
with
of
as
them
many
are
cats as
heavily
me. yet.
overweight too.
I
Mine are
only
not
have one.
overweight.
Isn't there one that's like a bowling ball?
She's healthy now. It took me like 2 years, and now she's normal.
Cats can
She's
be
blind,
fat.
but she's normal.
Cats hold fat better than a lot of other animals. Looks good on them.
The song I'm talking about is called it's about toxoplasmosis, about like the parasites that are in cat shit.
Yeah.
And the song is about how the worms in the cat shit infect your brain and create more fealty to cats because the worms want you to get more cats that create more cat shit.
I have that.
Right.
For sure.
I
I'm-
obviously have it too, but that's why it would be like crazy. It's a crazy cat lady because
Yeah.
you have worms in your brain.
Dude, I'm trying to take
Shout out
in
RFK
2 more.
Jr.
There is only one worm, and it is Shai-Hulud.
I'm cool
I
with
don't disagree
most
with that.
worms, dude. Worms are like
Worms are fun.
Yeah,
kind
as
of
long
the
as they're not
OG.
inside my brain.
Where else they gonna? I'd rather have
Where
in my,
else? How about the dirt? Or as long as they're not in my brain or coming out of my ass, they're fine.
Oh,
I
I
like
don't
when
want
worms
any
mind their own
worms
business.
Going in my brains or my ass.
Ass
or out of
worm.
my ass. Ass
Wait,
worm.
write that
yeah.
down.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
You
throw
know
we
that
already
on
have a
the
name.
board.
The band formerly known as
Wait,
Moz.
we
now
have
Assworm.
face worm and tooth worm, and somehow missed.
Missed
Ass
ass worm.
worm.
Worm
We were
ass.
pushing for the like facial horror. What is it? The like
Oral
teeth-
horror.
Oral horror. Like yeah, got a lot of.
What about bicuspid?
Bicuspid.
That's just a tooth, not really horror, but
I learned that word from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory as well.
oh yeah.
I fucking see you, man.
I think so. That's got to be
I
where I,
haven't
heard
seen
it. 'cause
bicuspids like these since.
I'm trying to say ass one without
Wait, ass worm or worm ass?
Worm ass.
It works both ways.
Also, I think this list would be a good show. Thanks. Shout out to all the opening bands.
I can.
Piss Mix, Face Worm, Piss Crystals,
Dude, John
Felix Jenkum.
Hey, I really wanted it to be Felix Jenkum. I think that's
That's not
original. Yeah, that's cool. John Hayes could never. Not even on the stand-up.
Oh my god, Pisser Mortis. It's his passer, but everything's pissed.
That
Just
would
not
have
say
been better.
pisser.
Clitstone.
Yeah.
Not bad.
No,
Yeah.
I feel very attacked.
I'll take it back. Oh fuck, I love that. So what was the I don't know. What kind of music really gets you guys going? Like everybody's kind of got that. What influences you guys the most music-wise? I guess I would say.
I go through phases. I'll do like non-verbal, weird electronic, like dark electronic stuff. Like right now, doing like metal again. It's just it kind of goes full circle with me. Right. As far as influence, like just the stuff I listened to as a kid or like growing up playing drums, like John Dalamayan from System of a Down. I like his style a lot. And a couple of bands, yeah.
I think that's pretty clear.
Mush.
No, I think that's pretty clear in your style.
Yeah,
Totally.
it's like funky, but like I know a lot of guys that, at least in punk and hardcore, you got the double pedal. How fast can I hit this thing? And at my previous bands that I've been in, I did that. I had a double pedal, and it was pretty much just centered around that. But I just like to make it a little bit more groovy. Like to kind of change it up, utilize my hands and just the single pedal. Because I feel like if I do double pedal stuff, I kind of fall back on it a lot and just do like doubles, with your feet and your hands. But
I mean, you guys play off each other extremely well, I think.
yeah, yes, we're getting weirder and weirder as each new song that we make, and it's awesome. Like we're doing some electronic influence stuff. Like he's got what's the thing that you have
The Roland SP404.
Yep.
It's not an ad.
It's not an ad.
Unless they want to sponsor me.
Yeah, unless they want to sponsor
most
us.
definitely is an ad.
I'll use Roland drum pads all day.
You?
Yeah, rolling stuff all around.
So when we opened up for Leftover Crack at the Southgate House, what was that, last week? There was a guy that said that we sounded like MSI. And I was like, just so you guys know, every band I'm in sounds like MSI. So what? I mean, honestly, like, how do you get away from stuff like that? Like I grew up playing cello and piano, like as a classically trained musician, and then got into more deviant stuff. But I love that like aspect. Like even if you just want to say it sounds like an MSI, have like that spastic element to it. Like you kind of don't know what's coming next, and I try to train my vocals to be able to do a bunch of different noises, like goofy, like cartoon shit. Yeah. So at one point I sound really, really mean. And at another point, like in our set, I'm pretending to be like a little kid,
right. I love that. I didn't expect to hear that. That's cool. 'Cause MSI rules. They don't get talked about enough. It's like one of the first CDs I ever bought was Frankenstein Girls. Like,
oh yeah,
I got that.
that.
I caught that on cue in Madison. Yeah.
Did you also like Screaming Mechanical Brain?
Not bad. Yeah. There was another one too that I was into at that time. I can't think of, but yeah, I went through when I was like probably 12, 13. I thought Jimmy Urine was like
the coolest. He kissed me when I was 17 at the Halloween show. At Bogart's when I was still in high school. Yeah. I've seen them 7 times.
Yeah, I probably.
That's like
I don't
insane.
think 7, but I've definitely seen them like 4.
Right.
Fuck yeah, I love that.
What a weirdo.
You?
Yeah. Phil.
For me, as far as influences, it's usually, as far as like when playing aggressive music, it usually boils down to like Converge, is maybe my favorite of the heavy bands. I love like Jesus Lizard. Tragedy, His Hero's Gone, stuff like that. Abby mentioned Gouge Away was kind of a jumping off point for this band, so I like, try to try to keep it like as weird and as not standard as I can. I listen to a lot of electronic, hip hop, all kind of music, so I try to pull that in as much as I can as well. So yeah, all kind of influences, all the influences.
Yeah, Phil's had a project, Eugenius, for a while.
Yeah. He's famous. Not as famous as he should be.
There's not really to plug.
It's not really.
I also
just, like, the
I
best
do
hip-hop in Cincinnati,
I do
hands
Period
down.
for years and years and years now.
Yeah.
I do hip hop under the name Eugenius. It's been going on for
Oh my God, so long.
13 years, 14 years. I don't even know.
You should be clipping famous at this point, in my opinion.
And yet here I am.
And yes.
And in the humble spider hole.
But
Here
no,
be
like
the
I try to
humble
bring
spiders.
as much as that everywhere I go. So at some point, this will have some slight hip hop influence if it doesn't already. But I think mashing genres up is always fun, and
Oh, yeah.
I have no rules as far as songwriting, so anything's game.
I think it's always good to be a band that can play with many different styles of bands.
Punk as fuck.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Not just like something that fits into a wedge, but to be able to like have a show that has multi genres and still make it sound good and flow together.
Yeah.
I think it's too much of an effort by a lot of bands to fit one specific genre and just follow that niche anyway. It's kind of set limits on yourself that way.
Yeah.
Well, we're all old heads at this point, for sure.
Yep.
Oh.
Like Curse included. Like we've been around the block a few times, and now I think we're just doing a project that we're all extremely proud of.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, I'm big fans. Like I'm a personal big fan of everybody that's in this project.
Same, yeah.
Individually. So like I've said before, like when we're playing a show and I'm like excited, I'm like in that mode and like freaking out. Like I enjoy like watching the other members, and I'm excited to see them doing well and like having fun. And then I'm like, oh shit, it's my turn to talk now.
Shit,
now
there's an
it's
audience.
now it's my turn. Like I'm not in the audience. I'm actually standing here.
That's
I
awesome.
get so hyped.
Yeah, it's. I mean, when we first started, we rehearsed for what, 3-4 months,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
It's been a while.
maybe even longer before we got our first show. And we were like, yeah, if we don't have a show booked by like October, we should probably just
I was like, we
Call it.
have to take this project outside and shoot it behind
Yeah.
a chemical shed. But we pressed on, and I'm really,
Is that
really
a
glad
V
we
for
did.
Vendetta?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah.
This is why we're friends, Dan.
Yep.
You guys gonna get a bass player, or do you not want one?
I can't tell.
So
Yeah, Phil.
Yeah, Phil.
Who?
Why don't you play guitar and bass at the same time?
He
Phil.
is. He
No
is
judgment.
doing it.
You should
So,
get one of those double neck guitars.
it's one of
They're
those things
sick.
that at this age, I think logistics is the hardest part of being in a band. So the least amount of people you can get away with,
Yeah.
that are dedicated and will show up. So at this current time, I'm not, closed off to having a bass player, but also, I like weird things, and this is kind of a conversation piece. Like,
Yeah.
why don't you have a bass player?
Yeah.
And it kind of lets us do a little more
I mean, let's be
weird
honest.
things where,
Bass players.
No.
Do we need them? Like, do you need to play bass?
So we'll see.
We're in a hardcore band with no bass player.
It's easier to add than to kick out. So
Oh, for sure.
I
Let's say that.
very much agree with the.
You can add them in at the very, very end.
yeah,
Yeah.
we'll see what the
need be.
future holds. But I'm not like pressed on it right now.
I think if we find a good fit and someone that like
Yeah.
is vibing with us because we tried 2 different people for bass players and it didn't work out.
Right.
And I think it's more like if someone were to approach us, be like, "You guys are awesome. Like, do you need a bass player? I'd love to try out," or something like that. I think we'd be open to
Yeah.
giving
Oh,
something.
yeah.
a
But
shot,
I
but
personally don't think we need one. I
Yes.
think
I'm on that level with
I'm all for making the weirdest thing just kind of work, and that's what we're trying to do right now.
Ma is anti-bass player right now.
Like we were at one point we were kind of afraid. we were
On
not
the
an-
record.
We're
You heard it
anti-bass player.
exclusive, dude.
Yep.
at one point we were kind of
Cancel.
afraid that it was going to be just the 3 of us, and that's not really what we wanted to do. Like we wanted to like I think 3 is the perfect amount of people for a band, but that's not what we wanted to do. We wanted to keep it weird and have 2 in the front
Yeah.
sing at
yeah.
the same time, which is like part of the whole point.
Oh yeah, you guys playing off of each other's different vocal styles and making that mash like is, I think, like the cornerstone
Right.
of our budding sound.
Hell yeah.
We didn't want to be just a regular punk band.
I think
Yeah.
we're succeeding so far. So
I
What
think
is
so
that
too.
anymore anyway?
A lot of people are excited in the city about it. I mean, like previously stated, we are all old heads. We've all had previous bands, and we've been in the scene for a while. And there are a lot of people that are really excited about this project.
And know
just
us from
'cause-
our previous projects.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I had seen. I saw. I'm trying to think of the year. I think it was probably 2012, maybe. I saw Curse play in Lexington.
Mm-hmm. Abraxas.
No, it was them. It was before.
It was them.
It was them.
That's what.
Yeah.
That's when I met them.
Yeah.
So long ago.
They opened for Michael Graves, who turned out to be a real cocksucker. That's on fucking record. Fuck Michael Graves. Anyways,
Yeah, I bet he's a bass player.
so
Who could be more of the cocksucker than Danzig, though?
no, I mean, well,
Oh, I'm sorry. Please go on with what you're
I
saying.
mean, I don't want to. I mean, I'm not gonna do it. I worship Lynn. Fucking Michael. No, for real. So I seen them open up for Michael Graves as them, and I was a fan immediately. But I didn't get to see Abraxas though.
Mm-hmm.
So when I heard about this, I was excited. Just a chance to go to another show and do
Yeah.
that. And I've known Mark for, probably 10 years now, too. So, and then seeing that, and I was like, well, I'll check them out. And I was not disappointed. We seen you guys at the Boneyard and fucking loved it. I was like, this is badass. This is so fucking cool. And that was the first time we'd been to the Boneyard as well.
Oh, yeah.
So
That was our
that
first
was a
show.
fucking- yeah,
So that was the first show jitters.
Oh, I bet, yeah. And that was
We
an
knew it.
amazing fucking environment. Like, the whole fucking thing. Like,
Yeah.
start to finish.
It's like what
Boneyards.
Dan said. Like, after we shook out that first show, it was like, okay, I can do this. Like,
Yeah.
this will be fine.
It
This,
wasn't-
we can pull this off.
None of our first rodeos, but it was our first time playing as that group. As
And we've
this
been
group.
practicing, twice a week for
a long
months.
time. Yeah.
5 months, 6
Yeah.
months.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it was nothing. I mean, it was just, it was good. We loved it.
Yeah.
Enough
Thank
that
you.
we wanted to come up here and hang out in the dungeon.
In the spider
and-
lair.
In the
Spider
spider
hole.
hole.
The
Do you guys
spider-
not see all the
Spider hole.
spiders?
I
That's the
wasn't
point.
trying to-
They're hibernating right now.
Yeah, that's the real question. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So music, we've covered that. Movies, television shows, anything like that.
Dan likes Dune.
Big Dune guy.
Dune.
Old Dune, new Dune sequel.
The newer ones are really, really good. Who directed the first one? Or was that
David Lynch.
Lynch? Right.
As a Lynch.
Sorry, I drank an entire planet of alcohol last night, so my brain is
Oh my god.
mashed potatoes.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, that one's goofy. That one was a little goofy, but I really got into the books. Like everyone's got their like Harry Potter or their
Don't say it like
Lord
that.
of the Rings. I can say Harry Potter however I want.
I heard you.
Potter.
Well, I feel like there's always got to be like,
You need more bass.
everything's got to be influenced by something.
Yeah.
Sometimes
No, I had
movies,
Dune. Like I
television,
read those books,
shit like that.
and when I heard that they were making a new movie, I was very, very excited, and they're really good. And my boy Hans Zimmer does the sound for it, so and I love everything that guy does. I think he's a really good composer. Not so much.
I am not going to see that Bob Dylan movie.
No.
He
Fuck
looks
that.
stupid. I'm embarrassed for
No.
him.
Yeah.
Did you know that Timothée Chalamet was he had already been chosen to be Paul Atreides. He was in the Mockbee after one of the parties.
Yes, and everyone was like, "Dude, that was him," and I was like, "No, it wasn't."
He was like in your apartment.
I know he was, and it's so stupid.
It's not stupid. It's cool.
Are we
Yeah, well, it's stupid that you're not
drug-friendly
best
on this
friends, I
thing,
guess.
you know? Okay, yeah, I'm pretty sure I was coked out of my mind. Like, I'm pretty sure I remember because I was like, and like looked up, and there was this like goofy, awkward dude, and everyone's like, "That's someone famous." Like, I don't give a fuck. Here's the tray. Like, pass the tray.
I don't give a.
Like, and everyone like 2 weeks later was like, "That was fucking Timothée Chalamet."
Timothée
I
Chalamet.
was like, "Oh, I fucked up, and I missed my chance to meet Paul Atreides." Fuck.
But also Willy Wonka.
But also, yeah.
Ow.
Also, he had sex with that guy in that movie. That old man.
He had sex with an old man.
What?
Was it Bones and All?
No,
What?
Bones and All was great though. That's a good movie. Call Me by Your Name.
Oh.
Well, not old, but older. Arm and Hammer. You know what I'm talking about? The cannibal guy.
Oh yeah, he
He's eating broads. Yeah.
Eating broads.
Yeah. He down there in the freezer. Yeah. He was in a movie with him where they have like an inappropriate relationship.
they be
yeah.
fucking.
They were doing some fucking. He ate his ass. At least
Like
a little
groceries.
bit. Yeah.
Didn't even have to leave the house.
Steak and Shake, dude.
Like Kobayashi.
So, what's Harry Potter for you guys?
Man.
What's Dune for you guys?
I
Is
think
it
Harry Potter and Dune are both of those things for me.
I've never seen any of the Harry Potters.
What about Lord of the Rings,
Yeah,
Star Wars?
I've seen Star Wars. Oh yeah, all the Star Wars. I'm a Star Wars head.
Yeah.
Star Wars.
Uh,
Okay.
You used to have
Yeah.
a Star Wars song that you would play.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah.
What? I've never heard this song.
You get the crowd singing the march.
Like the Imperial March?
Yeah, the Imperial March.
Hell yeah.
It was pretty
You
cool.
got a prequel guy, a sequel guy, original guy. What's your?
Mainly the original. But I like them all. I think they're all good. There's something to like about all of them. I think.
I'm a prequel guy.
Yeah.
Jango Fett tattoo.
I like the
Yeah.
prequels. Yeah.
They're fun.
What's
That was
the?
like Star Wars for me growing up as a kid. Like that's what I. Oh my bad. That's what I had. As a child was my Star Wars. So.
I mean, other than I'm just a sci-fi guy. I like my science fiction, like Star
Okay.
Wars. I think more in my house we were Star Trek.
Yeah, I love
My
Star
parents did
Trek.
Trek as well.
Yeah, I'm like the Next Generation. Fucking
Hell yeah.
Jean-Luc Picard is my captain. Like,
You ever
I
see
love-
that dentist office that was all Star Trek people? I don't think it's real anymore. It was in Pennsylvania, I think.
They dressed up like Star Trek.
The whole thing was Star Trek.
Is
There was
it
this movie called
themed?
Trekkies. They were on it.
oh, cool.
Damn, what about Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants? That's kind of a sci-fi.
My pants are wet from this cold chair.
It was outside.
The pants were magic, so I guess it was like a fantasy.
No, that was about like their bodies growing up and like being confident in your skin.
I'm gonna be honest, I didn't see it
Oh, you didn't read the book?
or read it.
boring.
No.
It was like required reading as a preteen.
I thought it was
for me.
about magic pants that took them around the world to do like fun stuff.
No, it was
Same.
about pants that fit each girl's body type and made you feel good about yourself.
I
Was
also
that-
thought it was about.
That is totally not as cool.
So they were magic in that they fit.
They were magic. They didn't know how it worked or whatever, but the pants like held their friendship together.
Wasn't America Ferrera in that?
Yeah, she was.
Okay.
It was the first time I had seen her.
Her name's kind of hard to say when you're drunk. America Ferrera. You know what I mean? Yeah,
America forever.
Cheeseburgers.
Pass.
Cheeseburgers, hell yeah.
Cheeseburgers and fucking
Hamburger.
bald eagles.
I do like eagles. They are a nice bird. You guys bird people?
I'm a
Ew, no.
I like a bird.
Ravens.
I don't really like a bird.
I like a raven.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yep. It does make sense.
My boyfriend's kind of like a bird. He squawks and he's tall and he's got a big nose.
He's
I get
annoying.
that.
He's not annoying. It's not fair.
I've been told
He's
I
a secret
resemble a
government
canary
drone.
before.
A canary?
A canary.
That's
yeah.
specific.
Well, I used to sing in the coal mines all the time, dude.
But you survived?
Yeah,
that'll
they
do
were
it.
closed down, abandoned mines.
They bring the canary in the coal mine because it dies when it smells the gas.
Yeah. No, I just went down there for my own.
I'm just
like,
down there
personal
getting high
reasons,
as
just
fuck.
vibing.
If you see Pan down there, you should like not answer any of his riddles.
Oh, dude, the last thing you want to do is answer a fairy's riddles, dude, or eat their fruits. You know what I mean?
No, you're gonna turn into a frog or.
If you eat their food, you have to stay in fairyland forever, dude. Which is kind of a bullshit rule, if you ask me.
I don't know, who doesn't like a snack?
Imagine going and getting a McGriddle and then you're stuck in that McDonald's forever.
Fawn's just giving out McGriddles.
Oh, hold on. The camera.
Go ahead and fix that. We got to reset the camera every now and then because it's
It
just
turns
a
off.
normal camera. It's not. It's a son of a bitch,
Oh yeah.
which is silly.
And so, you know, if it records longer than 29 minutes and 39 seconds,
It shuts off. Yeah.
I see.
which is fucking crazy if you think about it.
Now I want a McGriddle.
The shit you have to learn to start a shitty podcast.
It's the little things.
I've never
It's
known
the
that.
little things.
Do you guys listen to a lot of podcasts?
Yeah, there's a couple. I've listened to a lot of wrestling podcasts. 'Cause I
That's
like to
dope.
live for fucking pro wrestling. So,
Yeah.
Like I listen.
Is
to
it like
that.
lore or stats?
Yeah, lore. Yeah, like they'll just tell crazy fucking stories from like the road and like.
Oh,
shit
that's
behind
cool.
The scenes and,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
this guy didn't want to go over, brother. So you know,
Yeah.
like, they fucking like just shit like that. I listen to like a lot of that kind of stuff, and then of course both of us doing stand up and like comedy in general, like we're into that. So there's a lot of comedians.
Okay, yeah.
Stuff like
A
that.
couple political shows. That's about it. Like history and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys know Chapo Trap House?
No. Should I like it? I pretty much only listen to Last Pod.
Yeah, that's
Last pod is
Last
good.
podcast. I think Henry Zabrowski is one of the funniest fucking people on earth.
Kind of fucking politics analysis show. It's funny too.
Yeah.
But
I like
Best of both.
satirical news. I feel like it's more true.
Yeah.
Because tell a good joke, it's got to be like at least 50-50, rooted in some sort of like truth.
oh yeah.
I don't know. I like Jon Stewart as much as the next person, maybe even more, but I'm still terrified.
Well, yeah, you shouldn't watch the news at all.
The only time I want to see him is when I'm watching The Faculty. Like that's it.
I love that movie.
Oh dude, yeah. Everybody tells us.
Is that the alien one?
Yeah.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
yes.
And what's his face? The Terminator guy's in it.
Yeah.
Patrick,
Yeah, I can't-
something Patrick.
Oh, the T-1000.
The T-1000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Liquid metal.
Josh Hartnett. Yeah. There's a lot of '90s babes that were in that movie.
Yeah,
Josh specifically, but his hair kind of looks, I don't know, in that
It
one.
looks great, dude.
No, I'm thinking of
he
Halloween H2O.
He
His hair
looked
looks
great in
silly,
that movie, dude.
but he did look great in The Faculty, dude. He fucked, yeah.
Yeah. He had those shirts, the long sleeve under the t-shirt with the thumb holes. You know?
Oh, yeah.
They need to
That
bring
was my
back.
jam.
That's,
Yeah.
that's something I'm really looking.
It's not a
forward to.
phase,
That needs
Mom.
to come back in 25.
It still isn't. I didn't grow out of this.
Yeah.
Is that a good or a bad thing?
It's good. We're
Whoa. Sass level. You're here. You need to be right here.
sorry. I'll check myself, but it's never been a phase for me. I didn't stop or
Yeah, it's weird as a podcaster
Ever.
to not listen to a lot of podcasts, but like I catch myself going like, I don't know, I'll go weeks at a time without really listening to anything. But if I'm traveling for work or like I'm out on the road or something, like I like to download. Or we just flew to Vegas a couple months ago, so we downloaded a couple for the flight out there. But
It's, yeah, I'll go
it's
through,
convenient.
like when I'm working, just doing stuff, I'll switch between music or just listening to someone talk. Stuff you should know. I like that one. And Radio Lab. I've been listening to Radio Lab for a long time. Although,
I like Radio Lab.
yeah. Hidden Brain's a good one.
Yeah, I think that was like for me, doing the podcasting was like, I never had any kind of musical, not necessarily interest, but like I never had any kind of fucking skill with any instrument. So when we started this, it was like, 2019, I think. It was just a chance to have a fucking microphone and like, I don't know. And that led into us doing stand-up as well. So like then,
Oh, cool.
that's the weapon. And,
It's
you
like
can
the
go out there and do, and it's
gateway
like that form
microphone.
of expression that, I didn't get to do musically, but when we were talking about doing the show originally, like that was, we wanted to have musicians on anyways because we're just enamored by music in general. So we were like, fuck it, it's kind of the best of both, I guess. But that's why
I did.
I quit my band to focus on comedy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I figured might as well interview bands and live vicariously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I started a podcast with my ex-bandmate, who's still my friend. I don't know why I said it like that. Called Strange Talk, and we started it with another person. I think her name's Alex, and she's continuing to do it in Lexington, I think.
Without both of you?
Yeah.
Oh, word.
Yeah, I guess they started it when they were in college, but then we kind of brought it back for a little while.
I don't know. I listen
It was fun.
to you and Jordan talk all the time. It's pretty entertaining.
Yeah, it is pretty entertaining. Yeah, he's a big government conspiracy guy, so it's kind of fun to talk.
He always knows what he's talking about, though.
But he always knows what he's talking about. Yeah,
I'm big.
it's always like we're in like Denny's or fucking
Shoney's.
Dude, I can go off in a Denny's. You
Yeah,
give me
like
some
Denny's
moons over
or,
my hammy, and I.
Dewey's. No, it's Dewey's. We always we always seemed to talk about the most just like depraved, fucked up shit. Like sitting there like with a family like right next to us, just like tucking into a calzone.
I mean, I ignore stuff like that. It doesn't really bother me.
Oh yeah, I eavesdrop on some psychopathic conversations in restaurants sometimes.
I just don't think I should have to censor myself if I'm not actually like being aggressive towards anybody else around me.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
I'm gonna say whatever I want. I'm a grown up. I'm gonna say whatever I want.
I also just I don't have the awareness. I just forget that you're not supposed to.
Right? Because I
Let
don't.
normal people
I'm
talk
kind of
about
autistic
like
for real.
fucking dark web shit.
Yeah. I assume it's public knowledge that 9/11 was an inside job. So.
I think it's more like living an unadulterated life.
Yeah.
Right.
I expect when I say shit like when anybody looks at me weird, I'm like, didn't you know that?
Right.
Like, aren't we all
Fucking
adults
dummy.
here? But it's hard to you got to be careful in the conspiracy zone because everybody's freaks now, dude. Everybody like, thinks their next door neighbor is like drinking their child's blood in some kind of gay conspiracy. You know what I mean?
I think what they're actually drinking is unpasteurized milk.
Well, that's what's wrong
Well,
with
whatever
their
it
People are
is,
brains.
actually
it's turning the
doing.
frogs gay.
Yeah. Bro, I love a gay frog. Dude. Bring 'em
Gay frogs.
on. Dude, I could care less about frogs' fucking habits. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If they want to be gay, God bless
Except for
them.
like,
They were talking about pollution.
Yeah, it was
Alex
there's a
Jones.
fertilizer
Fuck
that
that
goes
guy.
in the water and it makes them.
A broken clock.
yeah, they're turning the frogs gay.
A
I
broken
mean,
clock is right twice a day.
Yeah,
They
he's
shouldn't have been
gonna-
poisoning the river and making the frogs' brains mutated that they were like mating with things that couldn't produce eggs.
I think
feed
it's
'em the
pretty
worms.
cool.
Yeah.
What if there was something in the water that made us like fuck dogs? Change your
Is that what you
sexuality?
want?
No, but I'm saying,
That a
what
wish,
if?
or
What if?
do you know something that's coming?
I just wanted to quit putting chemicals in the water.
Come here, Fido.
I'm saying logically, if
Stay
they
out of
can
the
make
Mill
a
Creek.
chemical that makes frogs fuck lizards, which they were also it wasn't just turning them gay, it was giving them insane sexual habits. Some of them were because amphibians don't land on a gender until they've fully evolved. It was making ones that were on the cycle to become males, become female, and vice versa. So it was doing all kinds of crazy shit to these frogs. So, I mean,
Yeah, the
what
rape
could it
of
do
the
to
natural
us?
world.
It's
Then,
the
no, he's just
chemicals.
gonna blame it on his tap water.
I'm setting this all up to blame it.
You need to change your Brita filter, my dude.
I have an important question. Was
don't
the
have
chemical
dogs.
made to make people fuck dogs, or was that
on
just
purpose, like
a
engineered.
side effect?
It's
side
probably
effect.
if it's
Kinda fucked
similar
up
to the frog
dystopian
chemical,
shit,
it's
this.
made to like keep beetles off of tobacco plants or something. It was like some sort of pesticide that ran off in the water.
It would be
So there's
one
not
of
like
those-
some freaky scientist out there just
Maybe
I bet it's the same guy that made Human Centipede.
if this shit makes the frogs gay when it gets in the water, what's it doing when you eat the plant that it got sprayed on? You know
It's
what
like
I mean?
one of those commercials for
Brainworms.
medicine, and like they list all the side effects. Like some people experience wanting to fuck dogs, and
Your
death,
head might
paralysis.
explode. You know, you got to roll the dice sometimes.
yeah, fuck it.
Do you want your mild to severe anxiety to go away or not?
Who doesn't have mild to severe anxiety?
Kid.
Doesn't everybody have that?
I'd like to thank the opening band, Shit Blood, and Fuck Dogs.
The band's name is Fuck Dogs.
Fuck Dogs. Is it like like this? Commas are very important. Is it like fuck, comma, dogs, or is it just like
I
fuck
saw this-
dogs?
I saw this band called Sister Fucker, and they were it was just a guy and a girl, and their band was called Sister Fucker, and this was so long ago, but I remember them being like, "Hey, talk to us after the show and ask us why we're called that." And then someone was like, "Hey, why are you called that?" And they just started playing and didn't answer. And I was like, "Wait," I never really got an answer to that question.
Do they have an email?
I don't know. This was so long ago.
Now I want to know.
Maybe it was like this one's sister and this one's fucker, but I don't know if they were related or not.
I don't want to tell you how to do your job, but I think we got the next episode for you.
Yeah.
Do you have their contact?
My name's Sister. This is Fucker.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Well, before we wrap things up, is there anything else you guys would like to say? Anything you want to plug? Anything cool? Upcoming shows? Anything like that? Yeah.
Dog Fart Baloney Farm.
Hell yeah.
Anyway, we're playing Santa Mania tomorrow.
Is this gonna air before tomorrow?
This will be out Monday.
So you've already saw us at
Thanks
Santa
for
Mania.
that contribution.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Like I said, anything you want to add, and
We're
that's
actually gonna
our
get
side
a couple of
project.
clips of you guys
Yeah.
at the show. We're gonna put them in.
Oh,
Word.
Yeah, just to kind of
And then
a
they
little
can
cherry
see
on top.
Kirsty, who didn't
Yeah.
make it today.
Yeah.
So,
Fuck yeah.
there's a whole other member to the band, guys.
Curse is resurrecting right now.
Yeah.
Curse wanted to say Japan, woodblock
Pokemon.
print, Pokemon,
uh,
Mohawk.
weird fact about some obscure moment in history.
Fuck yeah.
They're a savant.
Yeah.
I love that. All right. Well, this
We
is
miss you,
this
Curse.
place sucks.
No.
This
Get better.
Is Mall. This
No,
is Cincinnati.
yeah, we're Mall. We're playing
This
Santa
is
Mania
the-
tomorrow
yeah,
at the
they're playing
pit,
Santa Mania.
right after Eugenius.
AKA Clitstone, AKA Blood Stump, AKA Boltons.
Boltons is a great name for a band.
Worm ass.
Yeah.
You guys have any
Worm ass.
after tomorrow lined up yet?
Yeah, what's the future hold for Mall?
We have a couple in
Oh yeah,
January.
Lexington.
We're
Oh, yeah.
playing in January 17th at the Nest
Oh yeah, that's right. 7 bands, $7.
with like all the bands.
All the bands are playing at the Nest
We're playing at was it the 30th?
in Lexington at the Green Lantern.
Joe, if you guys send us any dates you have, we'll put them in the information of the episode.
Hell yeah.
Cool.
We'll do that.
Yeah. And if you guys ever want to show in Madison, Indiana, we can get you hooked up on that.
Dude.
Hey, well, I'll play in Madison.
We're doing a
Showcase up there.
we're doing a comedy showcase in March, and we've got a couple other comedians that are coming on with us, and then we're gonna do a live This Place Sucks after the show.
Cool.
Oh, cool.
So we're hoping that after we get through that, originally we wanted to book some bands and do a show that way, and then
How far's the drive?
comedy just an hour, something like
Oh,
that. Yeah,
that's
it's
nothing.
crazy. Yeah.
We used to do in high school. We would do these shows called the Obscure Curio. That was like
Cheerio.
curio, like
Curio.
a curio cabinet. So it'd be like we'd have some
said
like
Cheerio.
I thought he said Cheerio too.
dancers, artists selling their shit, some bands, other kind of live performers, like a magician and shit. And we would do it over like 2 days, kind of like an arts and music festival. So
Word.
we're trying to recreate that in Madison.
Ooh.
Get a bunch of like punk adjacent bands and get a bunch of artists and shit like that. So yeah, we'll keep in touch over that.
Nice.
All right, we're out of here, guys. We'll see you all.
That was so much fun.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for having us.
behind.